Hey, how's it going guys? I'm Ryus and welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Today, I got you a super buff Onikiri deck. This deck can practically break through any kind of defense your opponent has set up and hits really hard. Without further ado, let's get into the deck rundown. First up, we have Mitsume. He's our main buffer, but he can also hit hard by completing his quest. What are quests, you ask? Basically, at the start of the duel, Mitsume will give you an urgent quest card. That card has various requirements to be met before you're able to activate it. Once you fulfill the requirement, and Mitsume will gain 1 attack and 1 health permanently. So for Mitsume, I'm bringing 1 quest organization. You can use this for a quest that takes a long time, like drawing 3 cards or using 4 cards. Then we have Busy. I bring 2 of them. Then we have Dual Broom Style. I bring 2 of them. This card is especially handy if you're playing against a deck that inflicts fragile, because you can remove it with this card while also dealing damage to them. And then I have 1 Cleaning Time to bring down your opponent's big Shikigami. And lastly, we have 2 Shinkiro Sightseeing. This is the main reason you want to complete the quest as fast as possible. Once you complete it at least 5, this card makes your Shikigami gain 5 attack and 5 health. While it's not permanent, this card allows Onikiri to basically finish everything and anything under the sun. Our second Shikigami is Momo. She's my go-to healer, since when healing, she can also buff the attack of the Shikigami she heals. If you evolve her, you can make them gain the attack boost permanently. For her, I'm bringing 2 Healing Fragrance, 2 Abundance to let you auto-heal your damaged Shikigami, 2 Momo Breeze to revive Mitsume or Onikiri most of the time, and then we have 1 Bloom to heal even more, and 1 Evolve just to make the healer even bigger. Next up, we have Kaoru. I think Kaoru is really good. She gives a semi-permanent -1 damage reduction, and it allows you to escape lethal damage and pretty much almost nullifies the smaller effect damage. For her, I'm bringing 2 Standard Protection. It's a draw power card and let us defend our non-attacking Shikigami. And then we have 2 Determination. Gaining +1 health every turn is nice, and it's synergized well with Momo. And then we have 2 Distracting Through to make your Shikigami with Owl Guard immune to the attacking Shikigami damage. And then we have 1 Owl's Vigilance. You only want to use this when fighting against effect damage deck, since it makes the Shikigami with Owl Guard cannot be targeted. And lastly, we have Owl's Protection. This card is pretty nuts. It basically gives your Shikigami unyielding every turn, so you can just ram everything you got to the opponent. And lastly, we have Onikiri. For those who don't know, Onikiri has 3 abilities. At the start of your turn, you can choose one of Onikiri's ability, and Onikiri's ability only activates if he's in the combat zone, so keep that in mind. The first ability is Monster Slash. If Onikiri is in the combat zone and the opponent enters the combat zone, Onikiri will attack the Shikigami, and Onikiri will be immune to that Shikigami attack once. The second one is Friendly Slash. If Onikiri is in the combat zone and your opponent's Shikigami activates a spell, you can attack that Shikigami first, and then Onikiri is immune to the damage once. You usually use this when your opponent uses a lot of spells, since if they activate a spell and the Shikigami that activated die before the effect resolves, that spell will be nullified, except if it's an evolved spell. The last ability is Child of Lion. At the end of the opponent's turn, if Onikiri is in the combat zone and the opponent combat zone is empty, Onikiri will attack 2 times and gains 2 attack during the battle. For him, I'm bringing 2 Oni Blade Cleave. So if the opponent has a strong Shikigami that has high health, you can use this on their turn and insta-kill that Shikigami. And then we have 2 Flickering Shadows to put Onikiri in the combat zone and add 1 more Onikiri's ability and draw a card. And then we have 2 Avenging Blade. This card is really good, since no matter what Shikigami you have in the combat zone, when the opponent attacks, Onikiri will take over that battle. Then we have 1 Ringing Blade. When you run out of the Oni blade cleave, you can use this to finish your opponent's Shikigami. Since it has high health, that means if Onikiri survives on your turn, he will get healed by Momo and get even bigger. And lastly, we have Onikiri Evolve. All Onikiri combat cards will gain fast. Also, this form lets you stack the slash ability, making Onikiri even more dangerous. Well, that's all for the deck rundown. Moving on with the replays.
血を持って償ってもらおう。必ずみんなを永劫の輪廻から解放する。私は暗き夜に住まう鬼族の女王、滝夜叉姫だ。癒されますわ。百戦錬磨。俺が断ち切る。治療はうちに任せなはれ。どんな注文が来るかな。ほい。
美しい風景は常に人気のない場所にある。読書は有益な。読書は有益な。夜空の月は私たちを導いてくれる。
山頂に吹くそよ風のようね。我が秘宝、このクジラが必ず守る。優しい月の光に包まれて癒されますわ。苦しみも恨みも全てこの刀で断ち切る。正義の刀だなどと笑わせるな。これは心の悲鳴だ。正義を貫き悪を裁く。ここに太陽はいらない。暗き夜の中、私がみんなを守る。限りなき夜に酔いし賑やかで楽しい。ここが我らの蜃気楼です。ご注文いただきました。お前の罪、俺が断ち切る。 が友の骨で敵を討ち、我が俺が鈴鹿山のために戦う刃だ。
蔵書万
世の果てまで
頭の中
敵を討つ。
僕の書物の中には無数の異文が記録して己の無知さに対価を払うだろう。面白い物語だね。読みしよう。
限りなき夜に酔いしるよ。日輪の城で人々は永遠に囚われの身。
水中の月は儚い泡のごとき。
諦めてたまるか。
お見せしましょう。娘の次一発二本切り。ほい。
俺は天下の悪鬼を切り倒す刀だ。
餌の時間じゃよ。
案内所へようこそ。
フクロウ任せたよ。
ここから離れるわけには。
いただきました。
俺は天下の悪鬼を切り倒す刀だ。
春の風が満開の知らせを運んできたで。
俺の復讐はまだ終わっていない。
さっきのが本当の内容何でしたっけ。ぼーっとしてるんじゃないよ。機会を伺っているだけ。
言動を慎め。お前たちのためでも。
百戦錬磨。この恨み必ず血をもって償ってもらおう。
鈴鹿山を守り抜いてみせる。指先から骨髄まで少しずつ食い尽くす。虫たちがいて何も心配はいらない。
お前の罪、俺が断ち切る。
ああ、わしの虫たちが。
つ世に悪が存在する限り、俺は何度でも戦場に
沈
戻る。
黙や過去にはなりたくない。
俺の覚悟試してみるか。
一条兄さん、交代交代。
俺を邪魔すると度胸があるな。
治療はうちに任せなはれ。
いつもお世話になっております。
今度こそ私が守ってあげる。
私に何か願っても無駄だ。
全ての悪鬼を切り裂いてやる。
行きたいところがありましたら教えてください。賑やかで楽しい、ここが我らが蜃気楼で
懲らしめてやって。
ここで諦めてたまるか。
虫たちがわしの帰りを待ってるんじゃ。
お前たちの醜さを映す鏡だ。親睦になるの加点になるの。
あー痛い。
お前たち次第だ。災いに
逃げられると思うか。苦しみも恨みも全てこの刀で断ち切る。正義の刀だなどと笑わせるな。これは心の悲鳴だ。
鈴鹿山の志を見せてやる。強くなれたんだ。諦めたらどうだ。お前らの運もう決まっている。
大樹の復讐、災いの花。
弱くても大切な人は守りたい。大丈夫よ、ゆっくり休んで。
うつつ世に悪が存在する限り、俺は何度でも戦場に戻る。
神美眼を磨いた方が良いぞい。この魔の孤独を存分に味わえ。
俺の復讐はまだ終わっていない。
大樹の復讐。
仕事はいつも真面目にこなしていますよ。
みんな今日も元気いっぱいに行きましょう。
どんな注文が来るかな。お見せしましょう。娘の秘技、一発二本気流。
俺らの鈴鹿山に近づくな。
お見せしましょう。娘の秘技、一発二本気流。
刀の鋭さが足りなかったのか。
ほい。
俺らの鈴鹿山に近づくな。
俺から逃げられると思うか。
春の気配感じまへん？
その程度で俺を倒せると思うな。心配するな。
正義を貫き悪を裁く。
大樹の下で涼みたいのか。この美しい
せよ。
不吉な輝きを放って
お前の罪、俺が断ち切る。俺の邪魔をするな。
注文いただきました。妖怪の楽園で存分に楽しんでくださいね。
うせよ。
Well, that is all for today's replay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you, as usual, if you have any kind of suggestions, leave it down in the comments, and see you next video. Bye.